What's up, everybody? What's up, and welcome to the Ron Harris channel. And the Arnold list has just posted finally, and I haven't even looked at it. I want to see it with you guys for the first time. So I'm going to put it up on screen, and we can look at it together. Okay, so here we go. See. Okay. I'm going to go to the Instagram page so I can read it easier. Looks like we have Remco Bose. I do not know who that is. James Hollingshead, The Shed. Okay. James has not competed in a while. He took all of last year off to grow and improve, and he's done so. I believe he won the Arnold UK. He won the European Pro. He won a couple shows in 2022 and took all of 2023 off. Samson Dauda, defending champion, third place at the Olympia. I put him on the thumbnail because I already knew he was doing the show, and I would already have him as the favorite unless Derek Lunsford or Hadi Choopan decided to enter the show, which I don't think they did they? Akeem Williams, he's been at the Arnold many times. Antoine Vallant, also somebody we didn't see all last season. I think we could say the same for Mo Shaban. Mo has not competed in a little while either. Rafael Brandeo, another guy. I believe he took 9th or 10th at the 2022 Olympia, the first Mr. Olympia he ever did. And, beautiful shape, condition, everything was great. Just need a little bit more size. So he took the time off and did make those improvements. Everyone's going to be curious to see how he looks. Horse MD from Brazil, actual name Marcelo De Angelis, who we just saw make his open debut a few weeks back. Was it the Prague show? Yeah, made top 5. I think was he 4th there? Someone will correct me. Jonathan De La Rosa. Wow, Jonathan has not competed in a minute. Been busy. Actually, no, he did do a show last year, didn't he? I'm sorry, I take it all back. Justin Rodriguez, another guy we haven't seen. Oh my God, Hadi Choopan pending. I didn't even look at this. I wanted my reaction to be 100% real and genuine. It says pending, so that means he's thinking about it. I'm sure it's going to be a joint decision between Hadi and his coach/sponsor, Hani Rambod. It's not easy to get Hadi over here. He does it once a year. Hani Rambod gets him over here once a year for the Olympia. I don't know if they're going to want to go to all the trouble to get him here again for the Arnold Classic. Of course, we would love to see Hadi Choopan, the 2022 Mr. Olympia champion, in the Arnold Classic. It would be the first time he's ever done the Arnold Classic. And of course, he would be the favorite after Samson, before Samson, I should say, because Samson's never beaten Hadi. The only person that's beaten Hadi in the past couple of years has been Derek Lunsford. Prior to that, obviously, Rami and a few other guys caught him, but Hadi has been top like 4 at the Olympia for the past few years, and he won the Olympia 2022, runner-up in 2023. Andrew Jack is also pending. Of course, we'd love to see him there. He was third place at the Arnold Classic last year. So the winner, it was Samson was first place, Nick Walker was second place, and Andrew was third place. And a lot of people thought he could have been higher, of course. A lot of people love his physique and think that's the one that should always win. Last but not least, and this is a pending, which I'm surprised. I don't know why this wouldn't be a sure thing for Rubiel. When it says pending, it means the invite's gone to these people, and for some reason, it's too early to confirm. But Nexzilla, my gosh, the last after the Prague show, the Prague Pro in Czech Republic, everyone was talking about Nexzilla for a solid 2 weeks. It's all we were talking about because we hadn't seen crazy, freakish bodybuilder like this on the scene in quite a while. We love fresh faces and new talent, people that we think are going to jump right in and make a solid impact. And he did. He took third place at the Prague Pro in his pro debut behind Samson, right? Did Samson win that again? And Krizo was second. So third place in his pro debut. He had just turned pro the day before. Let's see. So the caption for the post says, announcing your official 2024 Arnold Classic, Arnold Classic Physique, Arnold Classic Men's Physique, and Arnold Classic Wheelchair lineups. Also, there's more. I'll go look at that real quick. Classic Physique defending champion Ramondino. Oh, we got Classic here too. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's look at that. Geez. Okay, so in Classic, Wesley Vissers. Wow, already a big name. Antoine Loth, I'm not familiar with. Michael Daboul, very, very good. Courage Opara, very good. Manuel Riccotti, Terrence Ruffin, two-time champ, two-time Arnold Classic champ, two-time Olympia runner-up. Wow. Urs Kalachinsky, oh boy, yeah. Looks like everyone's in this but Bumstead, all the top guys. Is Ramon in there? Yeah, we'll get there in a second. Eric Brown Jr., Ramon Rocha Quiroz, Ramondino, the defending Arnold Classic Physique champ. Breon Ansley, he's never won the Arnold. No, I'm sorry. He did win the Arnold. He won the Arnold the very first year that they added Classic, which I believe was 2017. Then he went on to win his first Olympia title later that season. Damian Patrick and Darren Farrell. Wow. Great lineup for Classic. Obviously, the favorites would be Urs, Ruffin, Ramondino, of course. Breon, too. There's probably... I'd be very surprised if those four guys were not all in the top five. Let's put it that way. This is Wheelchair. Anthony Cadrui, Bradley Betts, Chad McCrary, Gabriel Andrulli, who's won the Olympia before. Josie Fabiano, Harold Kelly, Grigsby. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with all these guys, but several of them look very familiar, obviously. And Harold Kelly has won the Olympia and the Arnold title many times. I can't remember who just won the Olympia. Is he in this lineup? Somebody let me know. I'll be in the comments here in a second. Men's Physique, Manuel Hunter. So the names I'm familiar with here. I know Victor Chavez. Don't really know these guys that well. Shows you that I'm not the swiftest with these, but wow. This classic lineup looks awesome. Awesome. Even Brian Powers, the promoter, he's saying it's awesome. But geez, I imagine this is going to be a battle, guys, and not to discount any of these other of the 4, 8, 12 men. But yeah, I would be very surprised if your top five in no particular order wasn't Ramondino, Urs, Terrence, Breon, and Wesley. That is a power-packed lineup. Looking at the Arnold lineup, if we take out Hadi and Andrew for the moment, because they're not confirmed, it says pending, then looks like the favorite would be Samson Dauda. We haven't seen James Hollingshead in stage though in a while. He's put some good size on. He's got great shape. He could be a big surprise. But geez, Hadi Choopan. Imagine if Hadi jump actually is on that stage. How great is that going to be? Because if he wins that, which it doesn't, I don't doubt that if he shows up looking the way he usually looks up, that he could win this. It would set him up for a great rematch against Derek Lunsford at the Olympia. Yeah, wow. We'll leave that up. See what you guys have to say. Let's go back. Mike, at 11:45, Mike was saying TikTok is, I put this screen up. So they just posted this at like 2:30, a little before 2:30. We're waiting around all day. And that's what they wanted. So their website, their Instagram page, Arnold Sports, got a lot of traffic today. Let's people Sims for the win. Jacob says Samson for the win, Arnold, Ohio, and Arnold, UK. Yeah, I mean, again, if Hadi doesn't show up, Samson is my favorite for both as well. And I wonder how hard it is for Hadi to get to United Kingdom. I know the USA, it's very difficult for citizens of Iran to get into the USA because we have no diplomatic relations with them. UK might be a little easier. Obviously, I have no idea. Any of you guys know? Any of you guys from the UK? Do you happen to know? Is it extra tough for people from Iran to get into your country the way it is here? Mike says, yeah, he can have a nice payday. And the payday has increased. Last year, it increased from $200,000 to $300,000. So as I've said in a couple other videos, for many, many years, the Arnold Classic prize money was kept intentionally lower. They could have raised it, but they kept it. Arnold was, a protege. He owed a lot to the late Joe Weider, who brought him over from. He was living in Germany at the time. He's Austrian, but he was working at a gym in Munich. Was it Albert Busik's gym? He was working at a gym in Munich, and he brought him over. And Arnold, always out of respect for Joe Weider's Mr. Olympia, he kept the prize money lower. But that's why he also added things like the Hummer that he used to give away, a $40,000 watch from Audemars Piguet. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, so my apologies. Audemars, I don't know. So the total prize package was on par with the Olympia, but the cash prize was always kept below. Now they don't seem to be as concerned with that. First prize for winning the Mr. Olympia is still higher at $400,000, but $300,000 is not far behind. And it was $200,000. It used to be twice as much money to win the Olympia. Now it's another 25% more, right? Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if they boosted up again to say like 350 or something, or maybe 400. Make it the same as the Olympia. If it's no longer a concern, if they're in competition with each other, which they are for the best athletes, sponsors, tickets, the VIP packages, all that. The Olympia and the Arnold, they're two separate entities that have nothing to do with each other, promoted by entirely different groups of people and corporations, each one of them trying to maximize their profits. If bumping up the prize money another $50,000 or $100,000 is going to pay off with a return on their investment of millions, yeah, why not? And if that's what it takes to get Hadi and Andrew Jacked in there, each of them brings millions of fans to the table. I did hear that they were going to do a free live stream, believe it or not, for the Arnold. I think they even posted that at some point a couple months back. So they're probably not looking to make their money from the live stream, but they will be playing. If it's free, you can bet they're going to be playing commercials during the live stream, and sponsors will be paying good money to air those commercials during their live stream. So they're not doing it for free. I mean, the kindness of the hearts. It's great for the fans who don't have to pay $50 to $80. The typical, a lot of these bigger shows like the Olympia and the Arnold, they're typical. It's around $80, right? I think the Olympia was 80. So that's good for the fans. Good luck. Mike Cox, big Mike Cox, Hadi versus Samson versus Andrew. Yeah, I wonder when we're going to get confirmation. Confirmation or denial as far as Hadi and Samson. With Hadi, I wonder if it's going to be one of those things where we're not going to know until the 11th hour, because again, he's dealing with immigration issues that are not they're nothing insignificant. They're actually quite significant. It's not easy. The United States does not let people from Iran into this country very often. Obviously, Hadi's been getting in as an employee of Evogen Nutrition, a U.S.-based company, and I don't doubt that they could do it again. So interesting to see how that's going to play out. Jen says, greetings all. Guys, Jen did a fantastic job editing the first uploaded video to the channel. I've done plenty of lives, but this was myself and Giles going over the top stories of 2023. And Jen got some great footage in there. It was Giles and I, like the old days. Wasn't that long ago that we were making videos together. It's like a month ago. But yeah, we had a great time doing it. Giles and I and Jen did a bang up job editing. So that's on this channel. Please check that out if you haven't. We really broke down the year very, very well. Mike Cox's very good lineup. I agree, man. Geez. So the only guys I've never heard of are, click over here. Remco Bose. The Arnold sort of has a long-standing tradition. There'll be a couple guys in the show almost every year that, not big names, they're sort of giving somebody a chance, an opportunity to showcase themselves and make a name for themselves. And I've never heard of this gentleman before, and certainly not a top pro. If I've never heard of him, I don't follow things 100% closely at all times, but I would have heard of him if he was somebody. But Hollingshead, he's very good. Samson, obviously. Akeem, when he's 100% on, he's deadly. He was 6th place at the Olympia a couple of years back. Antoine Vallant, very good. He's won a few pro shows now. Mo Shaban has also been top 10 at the Olympia a couple of times. He's won a couple pro shows. Raphael, very good. Horse MD, I think Horse MD is a much better open bodybuilder than he was a classic guy. I think the whole time in classic he was fighting his body to try to stay lighter, and now he's just letting it grow, and he is enormous. Great legs, particularly, which on a guy named Horse you'd kind of expect, right? De La Rosa, very good. John's won a bunch of shows over the years. Top notch, still has a great physique. Justin Rodriguez, another guy, when he's 100% on, deadly. Hadi Chupan, come on, guys. Mr. Olympia in top 4 at the Olympia, I think on 4 or 5 other occasions. Yeah. Andrew Jack, obviously, won the Arnold UK, won the Texas Pro twice. Very good. And Nexzilla, yeah, very exciting. Nexzilla, huge fan favorite, even before he ever stepped on a pro stage. And now he's one of those guys that people are just so excited about because he's new. He's a fresh face. Yeah, Dane. Hadi Andrew Rubiel pending. So all 3 may be in that show. Maybe none of them will be, or maybe 1 or 2 of them will be. We don't know. We'll find out eventually. Hadi has to get back in. Yeah. That's my concern too, Mike. He's got to get back into the U.S. And I've heard people ask, why doesn't Hadi just move to the USA? He's got a whole life over there in Iran. He loves his country. They love him. They have a statue of him. I don't know if it's in Tehran or if it's in his hometown, Shiraz. But they actually have a statue of him in like the town square or something. You see he gets like a hero's welcome when he gets back home. They love him there. They give him so much love and support. He's got, I want to say 3, 4 kids, young, and they're all, I think the oldest is like a teenager, so they're all still in school. He has a gym, so many reasons for him to stay right where he is in Iran. Doesn't speak any English, and he's legally deaf. I think he'd have a rough time over here. It would be a rough transition. People would help him. I would bet you good money that if he moved to the U.S. ever, he would move to the Dallas area near Hani. Just to be close to someone who knows him and can help him out here with various things of moving to an entirely different culture and country. And Hani would help Hadi quite a bit, I'm sure. But I don't foresee Hadi Chupan moving to the USA. And the situation being as it is politically, it's going to be tough for him to get back here. But if they want to do it, they'll make it happen. They've been getting into the Olympia every year for the last 4 or 5 years now. 2019 was his first one. 2021, 22. I think 2019 was his first Olympia. That's the year he won the Vancouver show. Dane says, I'm guessing they no-show and it's Samson versus Raphael versus James. That could be. Of course, we would love to see, that'd be a good show. That would be a good Arnold Classic. You throw Hadi, Andrew Jack, and Nexzilla in there, it's now an awesome show. I mean, Nexzilla, I don't believe he's like an awesome pro yet. He's a work in progress. I don't see him pushing for these titles, but freak. He is a freak. He's got so much round, full muscle mass. Those legs are just insane. Biggest neck in the bodybuilding. I mean, that's just a crazy, freaky thing. I saw a video of him training his neck. He needs to stop doing that. His neck, it's already distracting. But yeah, it would still be a good show without those 3 guys. But man, if we get all 3 of those, if they do all end up coming to Columbus, it's going to rock. It's going to be an awesome show. So you guys are talking to each other, checking IG for the Arnold list. Yeah, Dane, I was refreshing that page every 5 minutes from 9 this morning or 8:55 this morning, thinking maybe they'll do it at 9. Maybe they'll do it at 12. They weren't following any set timeline. In years past, I had an inside, somebody I knew was inside in the organization. They would give me at least a vague idea of when the list was going to post. Today, no. So I've been waiting, just like a lot of you guys. Mike says, people would go ape shit for Nexzilla if he shows up. Yeah, and I don't know why he wouldn't show up. I mean, he got somewhere else more important to be. It's not like, he does need to work on his physique. I think he needs a little more delts, a little more arms, as crazy as that sounds. But look at his legs. They're just insane. That's why. Yeah, I thought Rubiel would do New York Pro. Well, Double M, he might still. In fact, I wouldn't say I'm certain, but I think Giles was backstage and he saw Steve and Rubiel talking, and I think Rubiel had sort of informally committed to New York Pro, which isn't until May. Arnold Classic is held the first Yeah, March 1st through 3rd. It's always the very beginning of March. So there's plenty of time. He could do the Arnold, and then he's going to have all of March and April and probably about half of May before he has to do New York Pro. He could easily do both shows. I'm not saying easily, like it's not easy to diet and prep for multiple shows like that. See my Arnold chart? Yay. But he could very well be. And I'd love to see him because I'm almost 100% sure I'll be going to New York Pro. That's like a 4-hour drive for me. I want to cover it for this channel. We'll see what's going on. We have a lot of, Jen and I have been talking about a lot of things behind the scenes, guys, as far as where this channel can and should and might go. Let's see. Good, bro. These chats run. Thank you. Rough Diesel. Yeah. Oh, we just had Rough Diesel posted a story saying he's not doing the Arnold Classic. What? Oh, no. Let's see. Let's see if that's true. So let's go to Diesel. Let's see. So this is breaking news, guys. Breaking news. So stories. I will not be competing at the AC this year. Tiffany and I will be opening our gym around 70, focus on the arm. Story went away. Aren't so my favorite doesn't come easy, but good luck to everyone competing. Well, there you go, guys. Rough Diesel's out. That came from Miguel Chain in Brazil. He's on our group chat. And he is the top journalist in all of South America. And he is on top of every breaking news story. He's awesome. Miguel Chain. You guys in Brazil are very lucky to have him. Wow. But thank you. That was a WhatsApp. I just saw that message flash up on my screen. So there you go. Rough Diesel is not in the Classic. Not in the Classic. But you still have Ramondino, Breon, Urs, 3 huge names right there. Let's not forget Wesley, Vissers, Michael DeBull is very good. Courage Opara, very good. But even taking Ruffin out of the equation, which is unfortunate, I would have loved to see him. Urs and Ramon have been going like back and forth. I think Urs has only beat him once the first year they both did the Olympia a couple of years ago. I think Ramon's beat him but it's been very close. They've been like, second and third. It's not like Ramon was winning and Urs was way behind him. They've been neck and neck. They've been very close to each other. So interesting. Wow. Let's see. Let's go. Rough Diesel. Yeah, Dane, he just dropped out. Damn it. Classic is everyone from top 5 except Chris. Yeah, as I said, it looked like the Olympia minus Bumstead. Did they tag Ramon and Raw Revive? Oh, did they? I don't know. Is Ramon already with Raw Revive? Is he? Who's Ramon with? Let's take a look. Ooh, crap. I went out of Instagram. Didn't mean to leave Instagram there. Oh. So let's go look for Ramondino. I'm just curious to see who Ramon tags. Ramondino Pro. Is this the right one? There's 2 of them there. Oh, no. 5.5 million followers. Okay, this must be the right one. So who does he have? Viviana, Ravi Clara, Max Titanium Supplementos, Dr. Peanut Power, Myth Official, The Real Technician, that's Chris Aceto. Yeah, he does not have Raw Revive tagged. But, they can tag anybody they want. Let's go back to the Arnold Sports. Back to the grill again. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I got to go present that again. I'm going to leave that up on the screen. Okay, while we talk. So you don't have to see my mug. Good classic lineup too, yeah. Yeah, I wonder what happened there with Ruffin, if they just invited him and assumed he was going. Because he knew when he was going to open up his gym. If him and his fiance, girlfriend, I don't know what you call their relationship. If they were opening up a gym, I'm sure he knew the timeline. So I wonder. Our stuff says, I was very surprised when Hadi went open. I think Rambot holds him the highest regard and won't risk losing to Sampson here. I honestly, if Sampson's never beat him, and I'm not saying Sampson couldn't or won't beat him in the future and maybe even at this show. But, based on past performance, Hadi is the only person that's beaten Hadi in the past couple of years has been Derek. He was Mr. Olympia champion 2022 and then took second to Derek, a very close second to Derek Lunsford, I might add. It was very close. And I don't think Hani is worried about Hadi losing to Samson. I'm pretty sure he's confident he could bring him in with a good enough package to beat Samson. Samson has a lot of great strong points to his physique. He's massive. He's 300 pounds, got a tiny waist, great shape, beautiful lines and symmetry, aesthetics, proportions, balance, all that. Condition has never been amazing on Samson. I've always wanted to see a little bit more condition from Samson. Hadi is so consistent with his condition that when he's a couple percentage points off of his best condition, people say he's off, which is what used to happen to Dexter Jackson back in the day. He set such a high standard for himself that even when he was in better condition than every other man on that stage, if he was a little bit off his best, people would say, Dexter's off, because they got used to seeing him just peeled and stried and sliced and diced. And when he didn't bring that look, people were all over him. Yeah. All new faces in men's physique. Yeah, no returning champs. Yeah, I wonder, because I'm sure the Arnold committee or whoever invites the athletes, it is invitation only. Whoever invites the athletes, they're always trying to get the top people, the top Olympians, the champs, the top 5. These are the big names. These are the best athletes in each division. So I'm sure they tried to get guys like Ryan Terry and Aaron Banks and the rest, but for whatever reason, none of them were interested. However, guys, the Arnold Classic list just came out right now today. The show is not for, we have all of January, all of February, so we have 2.5 months between now and then. It's very, very likely a couple names will be added to this list, maybe even names that aren't on there right now, and a couple of them might drop out. People get hurt. Things happen. We saw that with the Olympia, people dropping out for various reasons. It could happen. Right now, there's 9 confirmed competitors in the Arnold Classic open bodybuilding and 3 pending. So especially if any of these 3 pending ones don't show up, I think it's a high likelihood that we'll see some other names added. Because what a lot of people don't know about the Arnold, it's invitation only. However, they do accept applications and they consider them all carefully. So they might invite the whole top 10 for the Olympia. Maybe 5 of those guys say, okay, yeah, we're there. And then maybe another 30 guys applied for the Arnold. They'd say, I'd love to be in the Arnold. Like, I don't want to speculate as to who of these guys on the list might have actually applied and weren't invited, because I have no idea. But I bet a couple of them were not invited. They applied and the committee was like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Come on through. James worked with Milos. Good to hear. Yeah. Good to hear. Yeah. James has had a few coaches. I think Patrick Tour. He's had a couple coaches. Let's see what Milos can do with him. I'm curious. Yeah. Let's see. Mike Cox, how he could go to England and do the Arnold UK. Yeah, that's what I was asking. If anyone here is from the UK, is it fairly easy to your knowledge, or are there a good amount? Do you have a lot of Iranian immigrants that have come there in the last couple of years? That would be an indication to me that you guys aren't as restrictive of people from Iran coming to your country as us Americans are. Milos has 3 guys in the shows: Samson, James, and Horst. Yeah. Milos has really risen to prominence over the past couple of years as a coach. He's been a good coach for a long time, but when you have Arnold Classic champs, top Olympia guys, that bolsters your credibility and people seek you out as a coach far more so than if you working with a bunch of guys who haven't gotten to that level. Dane also continues. So if Hadi, Andrew, or Biel no show, they accept Martin Fitzwater. Okay, so there's somebody that wanted to be in the show. I don't know for sure, but very, very high likelihood if those 3 are not coming, those pending names there, Hadi, Andrew, Jacked, and Rubiel, Nexzilla. That's 9 guys. I think the Arnold likes to have 10 to 12. 10 to 12 has been their sweet spot. I think one year they had like 14. That was the biggest Arnold lineup we ever saw. They like the lineups to be smaller, which I love it. I love that as a guy on the media side. I love it when it's just an elite, smaller lineup of athletes, and you're not slogging through, some of these divisions at the Olympia. They will have 50, sometimes 60 people in them. That's too many people for the Olympia, for what's supposed to be the most elite physique contest of the entire year in our sport. To me, the prestige of it gets diluted if you have 50, 60 people in a division. How can there be 60 of the best in the world? Can't they, but they all want to show and they all earn their right to be there. So who am I to say, no, that's too many? But the Arnold plays by its own rules. It's always from day one, 1989, the first show where Rich Gaspari won. It's always been invitation only, always. You don't qualify for the Arnold. And it's also the only pro show for bodybuilding where the posing round is judged. I believe it counts for 1/3 of the score. Posing round is not scored at any other show. You'll see the judges sitting there with their hands folded. At the Arnold, they're sitting there and they're actually watching and they got their pencils moving because Arnold decided he wanted posing to be judged. He was tired of seeing shitty posing routines, awkward posing. Guys were not putting the time and effort into becoming better posers. So Arnold talks, people listen. He made them change it, and they did change it. So would Martin be good for business? I mean, he's got a good following. He's a young guy. He's not going to be as good as Hadi Choopan. I mean, these three names here, that's their wish list. I could see they really want those. I want them there, and I'm sure the Arnold promoters want Hadi, Andrew Jack, and Nexzilla in their show. Between those three guys, we have millions and millions of fans. So much excitement around, especially Nexzilla. Andrew Jack is still a new pro. Very exciting. Just that alone, those three guys would add so much excitement, thrills to the show, just having them up there. Hadi in particular, man, in the back of my mind, people are saying maybe Hadi will do the Arnold. I'm like, no, he's not. Why would Hadi do the Arnold? But considering that he did lose the Olympia and, it stung. He walked off stage because he was just heartbroken. He was, emotions were just running so high for the guy. And I felt for him. I think, it was easy for us to say he shouldn't have never walked off stage like that, but he stayed on stage for quite a while. He only walked off a little bit before he should have. And you could just see he was just overwhelmed with the emotions he was going through at the time. But yeah, again, I didn't think Hadi would do the Arnold, but maybe he will. And it'll be great. I would love to see him up there. You guys would all love to see him. Dane says, I spoke with Martin at the Olympia Expo. He's prepping for the show. Boss of Outlaw, Stefan. Yeah, Boss of Outlaw is Ursa's coach. He is Nathan DeAsh's coach. What's that, Mike? Who's Mike the Badass? Summerfield. He coaches a lot of great athletes. He's an excellent coach. Stefan, the Boss of Outlaw. I agree, an amazing list. He's got a big social following. Yeah, I mean, anyone that's got a good following, that's what curious what Martin's numbers are. How many followers does Martin have? I think it's, what is it, Fitz? Is it M Fitz? He's got a weird Instagram title. No, that's not it. If you start typing Fitz, it doesn't come up. If I start typing Martin, does it come up? Yeah, Mart Fitz 20. 187,000 followers. That's nothing. It's way more than I have, but those aren't like awesome numbers. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, let's keep going, guys. Hope Del Arsa does good. You saw a guy and his dad. Pops my dude. Yeah. Yeah, they look so much alike. It's almost like Jonathan's a clone of William as his dad. Free live stream. Yeah. Can't complain about that, right? Who doesn't like free? It would be huge for Dowda to beat Hadi. Yeah, I mean, I don't foresee that happening, but if Simpson Dowda could beat Hadi at this Olympia, that sets him up obviously as the biggest threat for this year's Mr. Olympia, which is still far away. It's in October. But that would be a great feather in his cap to say, I beat Mr. Olympia. He's never come close to beating him yet, but stranger things have happened. Rubiel is a wild card. Structurally, he does have kind of a thick trunk, a thick waist. And again, I really think he went overboard with the neck and the traps. He overdeveloped those, and that takes away from your width. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Amazing lineup. Hope Hottie makes he probably needs a redo show to buffer the blowback from the walker. Yeah, I mean, it would be great for Hottie to Eddie Sketty. It'd be great for Hottie to come back this quickly instead of us having to wait, almost an entire year. But it would be an entire year to see him again on stage, and for him to get some redemption. Winning this would be great redemption. It would set him up for a rematch. I don't think it would increase his chances of beating Derek per se, but it would certainly help. Keep his name and his image fresh in everyone's minds. He'd pick up another $300,000. Oh wait, who are we talking about? Samson beating him? Yeah, I keep going back and forth about who's winning in this particular conversation. Yeah, it'd be awesome for Hadi to win this. Clearly, Hadi owns several gyms in Iran. I did not know that. I knew he owned one. Didn't know it was multiple. They're having a Dubai Pro open in 212 this year. Good. Yeah, because they didn't have open at this last one, right? They did have 212, right? Surprise, no Hunter and Brandon. Brandon Curry, yeah. I mean, Hunter probably wants to take another year off and get better for next year's Olympia. It's not getting any easier for him or anybody. Competition is getting fiercer and fiercer. 3-4 week turnaround for Colombia to U.S. visa, so Rubiel can do it. Good. Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of Colombians in the USA. I don't think it's difficult at all for Colombians to get here. It's not like they're a country with a bunch of supporting terrorists or anything where the U.S. is like, no. Plenty of Colombians come here, especially if it's on a travel visa, work visa, something like that. I was hoping for Nick Walker. This is awesome line. It's just how the pinning guys compete. Yeah, Gerard. I did that interview with Nick at the Olympia the night. I'm sorry. So it was at the Meet the Olympians. He wasn't in the Olympia, but he was there with a table selling his merchandise. He was there in a wheelchair. And I asked him about the Arnold, and I don't think I even finished a sentence before he said, no. I've already won that. My focus is entirely on the Olympia for 2024. He's looking fantastic. If he doesn't get any kind of special invite, we'll probably see him at something like Tampa or Texas this year, where he should pick up a win on the way to the Olympia. But he'd already let us know back in October he was not interested in doing the Arnold again. Maybe Nick will do Reno since he's in Vegas. The Legion Sports. I haven't seen the schedule for 2024. I don't even know if Legion is before. It was before the Olympia this year. It was the last U.S. qualifier, and there was one the next day in Italy, I think. But in years past, it's been after the Olympia. They're probably going to keep it where it is before the Olympia. So, yeah, why wouldn't he do that one? Yeah, Jen. So it looks like from that post in Terrence's story, he's opening up a gym with his girlfriend, his fiance, and it's going to be right around that time. So I've never opened up a gym myself, but I've spoken to many people who have, and it's so much work. It's so time consuming. I've talked to guys who say, they keep like a foam mattress or they keep something to sleep there because there are days when they just don't even have time to go home and sleep. They're there like just working on the gym for especially the last couple of weeks, last month maybe before it opens up. And he's going to agree, especially Hunter. Yeah, Hunter would be great in that lineup. JDR is a man. Orlando Eschery, one of the best guys too. Pops is a man with Jonathan De La Rosa. Yeah, he's down in Florida now. He owns Sawgrass in Sawgrass, Florida. He owns a gym with Sean Cavell, another pro. Yeah, he's been busy with that in the past couple of years. Fitz H20. Yeah. Legs getting better, Gregory. Thank you. Still has got a way to go. I could see now when I was reading and researching of the rehab process, they said it's going to take about 6 months for your leg to be back to normal function. Like, oh no, I'll do it quicker. And now I can see, it's going to be about 6 months between the time of the tear and it's becoming normal again. I could see it's definitely going to take that long. George, I also think James can make a huge jump, which is a lot. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen James on stage with this new size. He's been posting updates. Let's see, let's go look. Let's look at Hollingshead because he is looking crazy right now. Hollingshead. Shed. So Stories. Stories is where you usually see the most updates, pictures. No. No, nothing in the stories. So physique updates. Come on, James. Well, this is a good one. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, James is looking great, man. His waist still looks small. Great frontal. I always loved his frontal bicep. Back is looking super thick and gnarly. Yeah, James is no joke, man. James is pretty damn good. Yeah. All right. Back to me again. Sorry. Has 4 million followers on TikTok. See, I didn't even know that. TikTok is a young man's thing, young woman's thing. I've never even put it on my phone. I don't even have the app, but 4 million followers. Sullick, if he has 4 million, I bet Sam Sullick has like 40 million, 100 million. How many does he have? A lot, I bet. Fasting Frugivore, Hottie, the second coming of Kai. If Hottie can play the script, angry young man, angry at the Mr. O, competes only in Ireland, keeps winning. He does not compete with Mr. O. On. No. Hottie wants that Olympia title back. He loved being Mr. Olympia. It's still the most prestigious title in the sport. They all want to be Mr. Olympia. He's not. I don't think he's angry at the Olympia or the judges. I don't think he's angry at anyone anymore. He just wants that title back. So I don't foresee him, doing what Kai did and skipping Olympia and just focusing on the Arnold. I wonder who they turned down. Well, I wonder, Mike, if they had like another 20 guys, I'm not going to speculate. People that are, maybe what they consider more B-list guys, because they always want big names. That's how you get more money, more sponsorship, more tickets sold, everything. If they were charging for pay-per-view, big names is how everything pays off. Even, when I interview bigger names on the MD channel, I always got way more views, of course. Fasting Frugivore, yeah. Andrew seems to have the physique the Arnold's looking for. I think Aceto should reconsider, although he's not qualified either. Well, is it a case of Aceto doesn't want him doing it? I don't know if that's when it says pending on those three names. I have no idea why they're pending. There's no only people that know them. Their inner circle would know. Some of you might know, but I don't know why Andrew's pending. I have no idea. Probably because he'd have to start prep, and I don't know if he's let's being back together. I don't know if he's prepping for anything, right? The whole thing was, the Arnold, the Olympia was, they had a little more time because the Olympia was in October versus December the last couple of years before that. At that point, they had like no turnaround. They had to just basically maybe a week or two to sort of relax on their diet and then get right back into prep for the Arnold. This time they did have a little bit of a break, but he might want to take an off season. I don't know. He might want to take some off season, a few months, and really work on his physique, so that he can be winning these shows like the Olympia and the Arnold instead of placing. Placing high is great, but they all want to win. And, we've all said with Andrew, he's a work in progress. Certain things like his posterior chain with more back, hamstrings, glutes, he will be much, much deadlier. He'll be winning these shows. He's already good enough to be taking second and third at shows, top 5 at the Olympia, third place at the Arnold. So he's very, very good. He just needs a little bit more to get past that. And for that, he can't keep bringing the same physique. He's going to have to take a little time off and improve his physique so that can make that next level jump. So maybe that's his plan. I don't know. Thank you for support. Yeah, we do want to make this an excellent channel, Jen. Oh, thank you. Well, my older content, because this channel goes back 17 years. I started this channel in 2006. Yeah, wow. 2006, this channel started. So it was like right after, within a year of YouTube starting, I believe. YouTube hadn't even been around for a year yet when I started this channel. And most of the uploads are very old, grainy training stuff from a little flip phone footage. It was, awful footage, but it was all real. There's some good lifts on there from when I was much, much stronger, much younger and stronger. Hottie, Simpson, Rubiel, Horse MD, and Raphael would be a great top 5 battle. Oh, yeah. James, you can't leave James out of that. James is awesome too. Yeah, it doesn't make smart if these wants to sit up. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wonder why they had him on the list. You'd think he wouldn't. He must have accepted at one point, maybe like some sort of commitment he made months ago. I don't know. Just curious. Sullick has 18 million followers on TikTok. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Can't wait. Got a ton of plans for the future. Yeah. So on, touch wood. On. That's a British thing. That's a UK thing. On. It's kind of like, let's go. I like it. Andrew has been competing nonstop. Agree, Mike. He needs a break. I mean, he's only done 2 seasons, but think about what he did. 2022, he won his pro card at the Arnold Classic in early March. Shows up in early August, I think it was, or late July for the Texas Pro. Then he did the Arnold UK shortly after that, did the Olympia. It was the Arnold UK last year. Yeah, he's had a lot of shows. He's competed in both the spring and the late summer and early fall 2 years in a row. That's like a whole year of prep each year. So he needs to chill out. Andrew talked about shutting down his YouTube per feedback from the judge. I agree. He's great, but that same physique is just going to keep coming back and getting the same placing. He doesn't want that. He wants to win the Arnold. He wants to win the Olympia. Why not? That's the goal. Win. Not be second, third, fourth, or fifth. It's to win. So I would totally support his decision, as much as a lot of us would love to see him up there. Having him take the time off and come back better than we've ever seen him before, I think that's even better. That's even more rewarding for all of us. What a great show earlier with Giles. Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate that. If I had 18 million followers, I'd ask each for $1. Or even 50 cents. You'd still have $9 million. Yeah. I inquired about you earlier in comments. Yeah, Giles, good to see you. Patreon just for that reason. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, guys. So that's the Arnold lineup. It is looking pretty darn good. Like I said, the pending names, Hadi Chupan, Andrew Jack, and Rubiel Mosquera, a.k.a. Nexzilla. Those are the 3 I'd love to see be on that stage, but they're all pending right now, but we still have great, great competitors. So Arnold Sports, guys, Arnold Sports is where you'll find the entire lineup for every division that they're going to feature posted. It's on their Instagram page, Arnold Sports. It's going to be a great show. It's 2.5 months away, but already the excitement is starting right now. That's the way it always is. The list always comes out around mid-December, gives us plenty of time to get hyped up and amped and excited for the show, which is still more than 2 months away. But some big, big names. It's a great show, the Arnold Classic. It's got a whole different vibe and feel from the Olympia. They have their own identities. Of course, Columbus, Ohio is always the home to the Arnold Classic. I think it always will be. Vegas and Orlando, the 2 homes, kind of moving back and forth to the Olympia. But looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure I'll be there one way or another, either for this channel or for Muscle Tech. One way or another, I'm pretty confident that I will be there. I'm sure a lot of you guys are headed over there too. But if not, yeah, we got that news about a free pay-per-view. Can't hate on a free pay-per-view, right? So anyway, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate you joining me on these live streams so much. And that's it, man. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Like and share the videos if you like them. Please share them on your own platforms. And, of course, turn notifications on when we have content on this channel, especially the live content. You'll be notified right away. Yeah, and as Jen says, the more we grow, the better content we create for all of you, because, yeah, when this channel starts making money, of course, I'm going to put all that money back into the channel and make it as great of a channel as I can. I mean, I didn't do anything with this channel for years and years because I didn't want to compete with MD. Not that I was going to. They have 334K subs. But I just wanted to focus all my attention on the job I was being paid to do, which was online editor for MD. And now that there is no more MD, you'll see a lot more of me here. So appreciate you guys who followed me over. I appreciate your loyalty so much. It means a lot to me. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye. Have an awesome weekend.